Just a quick video to show you how to replace this valve right here on the back of your Dometic 310 model toilet, which most of the Alpines I think still have. Noticed a little bit of water right here at the base of the toilet, which is most likely coming from this valve right here. It's just leaking right down here, collecting and then coming out. Hopefully this will fix it. I always keep one of these on board because they are known to fail from time to time. It's one of my spare parts I keep on board. So if you see a little bit of water down here at the base of your toilet, most likely this valve needs to be replaced, and that's what I'm going to do. The valve kit comes with 2 screws, the little hose clamp, and the valve itself. And the way this comes out is there are these 2 plastic prongs that you have to press in so the valve will slide out, but there are also 2 screws kind of hidden. There's one here and then they do have a flathead screwdriver slot, but the easiest way to do this is with a 1/4-inch ratchet and a 1/4-inch socket. Make it a lot easier to get in there. If you remove this rear water line, it'll give you more room to get to the other screw on the other side. Just remember, don't forget to turn your water off, and then also relieve the pressure by just pressing down on that so that this is depressurized. And you're going to get a little bit of water, so definitely have a little towel around. The valve has a spot for 2 screws, one here and one here, but on my toilet it only had 1 screw. So I just removed the one, which is on the lever side of the toilet, and there is not a second screw. It looked like there was at first, but it's only a single screw, so you may or may not have 2. With the screw out, the valve can move a little bit. The only thing holding it in now are these little clips, which you may need a screwdriver to press down. We're going to press those down and pull the whole valve out. It was a little tricky getting the bottom tab pushed in. I was able to use the tip of a screwdriver, just put it underneath here, kind of feel it, and got it to clip up, and then I was able to push down here with my finger, and now the whole valve slides out. And this is what we're going to replace. It's pretty simple, really, not much to it. This is a factory applied clamp, which is not reusable. That's why they give you a hose clamp, so we'll have to get rid of that. And then it's just a matter of hooking the water back up and putting it back in. The single screw holds it as a safety in addition to these prongs right here. So there'll be a screw that goes right here, and again, there was not a screw on the second side for mine. 1 screw should be plenty. So this is the old valve, and just taking a look at it, it's kind of hard to see maybe in the light, but the old valve is got a lot of debris inside of it from Lord knows what, probably from original construction, but the screen in there that prevents it from clogging up the outlets on the toilet bowl, the screen itself is very obstructed. If you compare that to the new one, it's just a nice shiny screen in there. There's nothing in the way. So actually had noticed we had lower flow in the toilet bowl, but I just thought we had lower water pressure here. But this is probably going to not only stop the leak, but it's also going to, toilet bowl should work better as well. So much nicer. By the way, to remove this clamp, all I did was I just took a pair of pliers and just kind of twisted the top of that clamp right here a little bit, just enough to loosen it. Once it was loose, then I just slid the hose off of the barb. You will get some more water out of that. Pretty much this tube is full of water, so just be ready to dump that onto a towel or something so you don't make a mess. But once that's off, that goes in the garbage, and it's going to be replaced by the hose clamp that they provide. Okay, to reinstall everything, it's just simply a matter of pressing this valve back in. I'm doing this one-handed, so it's a little harder, but you're going to press the valve back in. You're going to hear it click twice. There they go. There's your 2 clicks. that's telling you that the top and the bottom barb is in place. I find it easier to put the hoses on back afterwards because now this thing is sitting here and you don't have to wrestle with it. When you put your hose clamp on, just a little tip, make sure you orient the hose clamp in a way that you can easily get a screwdriver to it in the future if you need it. If you put that hose clamp back the other way, or something like this, it's going to be difficult to get a screwdriver on it. So you want to do that so you can get to it. And then this is going to be a hand tighten deal here. Don't put a wrench on that. Make sure that's just hand tighten. And don't forget to put your safety screw back in here, which I'll do here in a minute. And then it should be good to go. Remember when you reinstall this screw right here, I'm using a ratchet, but these are all plastic parts, so just snug it up. It'll strip super easy. So you don't want to put a lot of pressure on that. It's just a safety. It just keeps the valve from rattling around right there. So here we go. It's put back together. That's hand tight. That's tightened down nice and snug on the barb fitting that's inside. And all I got to do now is just put it back together, or turn the water back on, and it should be good.